How did you get by the laser field in the Great Hall?
Well,
What's up, guys? Spenny. In a script worthy of an Ocean's 11 style heist, criminals broke into the Louvre, the most famous art museum in the world, and were able to buzzsaw through bulletproof glass, stealing priceless jewels, the crown jewels of France. Literal crowns they stole that belonged to empresses of France. Clearly and totally priceless. They used a laddered vehicle to enter the museum and exit. No one stopped them. They had 7 minutes to just take whatever they wanted. Here's the gallery that they entered. This is the famous Louvre Pyramid. Some of the most famous works of art on Earth are here. The Mona Lisa is probably the most famous one. But they have so many artifacts. And here's what they did. They zipped over on these little scooters, available, of course, in every single movie ever shot in Paris. Everyone always escapes on the scooters. They climbed up this ladder, entered the gallery by breaking the windows. I mean, you'd think that that would immediately set off the alarm. Then they took chainsaws, buzzsaws, and they broke through the glass, snagged whatever they wanted, literally broke in and just grabbed whatever they could, and then ran down the ladder and out again. I mean, stealing hundreds of millions of dollars worth of jewels. You can see here the ladder itself, the broken windows, and so on. So, what the hell? How did this even happen? And why didn't anyone stop them? You know, there's no shortage of security guards here. They got to be armed. Why did nobody do anything? Heist movie at the Louvre. 3 thieves stole 9 jewels belonging to Napoleon and Empress Eugenie. They allegedly entered through the construction zone, cut the windows, stole the French crown jewels in minutes, and escaped. You can see here some footage of it. There they are in their little construction outfits. Here are the jewels. Why did nobody do anything? These treasures carry France, Italy, the Holy Roman Empire. The theft enrages me to think that they're in the hands of thieves, passing through shady dealers, ending up in a vault owned by some fool who doesn't even know what the Grand Duchy was mixed by. I don't pretend to be some type of French historian, but of course I'm angry at this because nobody stopped. Like, what the hell has happened? We know what's happened in France, but nobody stopped them. And now we're starting to understand exactly why this all happened. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go ahead and check in here. Writing at the European Conservative. Scandal at the Louvre, a political metaphor. There you can see the broken window. Nobody stopped them. This is a fascinating article, but it brings up something pretty remarkable, that DEI actually had a hand in this theft. Let's read. Beyond the material considerations, there are questions about the human responsibility. The old protocol called for the immediate removal of the display case in the event of an alert. But that is not what happened on Sunday morning. The urgent action required one of the officers to secure the people. This led to a surreal scene captured by some observers on their phones. The burglars had 7 minutes to fill their bags with anything they wanted without anyone stopping them. 7 minutes? You're telling me a security guard who had weapons, you know, because you're protecting the most famous artifacts on Earth from thieves, terrorists, somebody who wants to throw soup on them. Like, you're telling me that no one could get there in 7 minutes? 7 minutes? What? Nobody physically stopped them. They were able to do whatever they wanted. Under these circumstances, culture ministers, they thanked the security guard for their remarkable responsiveness. Well, wouldn't responsiveness have been catching them and stopping them? You know, you're kind of trapped, right, in the gallery. You could have caught them on their way down. You could have caught them in the gallery. You could have stopped them from exiting. You know, you're trapped. It's a pretty secure museum. I mean, you don't get caught in it. It's labyrinthy, and there's some major security in and out. breaking a window really would be the way to do this. That's what they did, but you could have trapped them at any point, but they did nothing. Finally, we learned that the appointment of the Louvre's security chief in 2021, Dominique Buffin, was made recently on the basis of a criteria other than competence. Otherwise, the other way to say this is European DEI. They needed a girl boss for girl bossing. They wanted to satisfy the requirement for the feminization of senior staff at cultural institutions. We are in France, where the culture of institutionalized responsibility has reigned for decades. Buffin will not resign, nor will Dati. So they're saying that the girl bosses who ran the Louvre are responsible for this and the failure of all protocol. Here we go. Here is Dominique Buffin, the woman at the Louvre, to protect the most visited museum in the world. Oh, look at her. Oh, there's Dominique. Oh, my goodness. Cast her in the next Disney Star Wars. Right? Real Rey Skywalker here. Never before has a woman held the highly strategic position. Since September, Dominique Buffin has been responsible for security of the museum and the surrounding areas. Okay. Her and Justin Bieber share the same barber. Discreet silhouette on a black pantsuit and a gray shirt. Flat shoes. Dominique Buffin blends into the decor of the Louvre. So much so that lost visitors mistake her for a room attendant. Ask her for the shortest route to the restrooms. A lesson in humility, says the woman who has headed the ultra-strategic reception of surveillance service and 1,000 agents. What? So they have 1,000 security staff there? 1,100, actually. Quite symbolic. For the first time in history, the museum is protected by a woman. Oh, how's that working out for you? Oh, okay. How about headlines like this? There you go. For the first time in history, it's protected by a woman. This is amazing. Well, I mean, wait a second. So they're like bragging about how finally we get a woman in this position, and then literally months later, the Louvre is robbed of millions of dollars of the worst heist since World War II. And there they go. Another wonderful story of DEI, another DEI success for all of you. Will anything be left after the girl bossization of the world? Will anything be left? Will everything be plundered and stolen and destroyed? It was closed because of a theft, more or less the same reason it was open. There you go. You can see some of the beautiful and priceless jewels there. Used a crane, smashed a window, stole French crown jewels in 4 minutes. No violence, just precision. If a world-famous museum can be robbed in broad daylight, what does this say about the guardians of culture? And that's exactly right. Why didn't they use physical force to stop them? The crown of Empress Eugenie, stolen earlier today, was found broken outside of the Louvre Museum. So they lost the crown. The literal crown of France was found in the gutter. This was the Apollo Gallery that was robbed. I mean, imagine what these people could have done. Everybody loves beauty, value, tradition, and art. There's precious treasures handed down by history. Feels violated. That's exactly right. Look at how beautiful this gallery is. You know, what if somebody had broken in with like a can of gasoline and just burned it all down? God forbid. You know, it's one thing to have these things thieved. Maybe they can come and, you know, maybe someone can go get them, right? Maybe you can figure out how to take them back on the black market. But a totally different thing. What if they just wanted to watch the world burn? Incredibly sad. This coronation sword was stolen from the gallery in 1976. It's still missing. No suspects were ever identified. Terrible. Terrible. Happened in broad daylight. Was this another inside job? Asks Alex Jones. They found the crown of France lying in the gutter. If you can't protect your own treasures, you can't protect your own culture. If you lack the willpower, and this has, of course, been a major problem for France in the last 100 years. If you lack the willpower to defend yourself, then your culture's already done. Isn't that sad? Will this be a wake-up call for the French people? Maybe. Should this be a wake-up call for everybody pushing toxic DEI and diversity hires on all of us? Yes, it should. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.